Hi, I'm Jeff and welcome to Ultimate Drone Guide. Now I've just had this delivered from Amazon to work. I'm on my way home, but I can't wait to open it, so I'm going to do it now. So let's take a look. I'll just adjust this so you can see a bit better, hopefully. Let's move this out of the way. Right, it's the Goolrc, see if it tells you there, RTF T6, and it's a waterproof drone. I thought I'd give this a try, bit of a change, but let's open it and let's see what you get inside. Okay. So this is the drone itself. I like the colour. See the size of it, it's really light actually. So that's the drone. This is the transmitter. Let's see what else you get. You get these propeller guards, which I'm not going to put on, but if you're a beginner it's worth putting on. You even get a pair of glasses. And you get, looks like I'm getting eight propellers, so 4 for the front and 4 for the back. And there's a bunch of screws there. There's a little dongle that'll be to charge it with. So I'm guessing that the battery is actually inside if I can open it. God, that's stiff, that. Okay. So unfortunately you only get one battery. I did read that it takes about 60 minutes to charge and you get about 6 to 8 minutes. I'm having difficulty actually getting it out, so I'm not going to pull it out. I'm just going to leave it as where it is. But that's it, folks, and I think them are the LED lights. There's no camera on this. Like I say, it's advertised as a waterproof drone, so I'll charge it up and we'll give it a shower test, and then we'll give it a flight test after that. Hopefully after the shower it'll still work. As you can hear, the shower's on. Let's give it a test. We'll give it a good soaking. Let's see if it actually starts up. It does. The LEDs look really good. Alright, so them are the LEDs which look really good. That's the front. So it's really wet, it's soaking underneath. Let's see if it starts. Yeah. Cool. So it does work. Let's put it on the floor. We'll give it a bit of a shake. There we are. So it's proof that the waterproof drone does work. I'm going to confess, I have flown this before. And what I found with the battery is a couple of things. Getting it in and out can be a bit of a struggle. And sometimes you feel like you're going to pull it out of that. So I'd be careful if you do get one of these. Be careful when you take it out. It does get easier with time. So we'll get this connected. I hope you can see this. Connector goes on there. Again, it's switched on. It is a bit fiddly to get all that in there and then just get that to click in. The other thing is with the battery, when I've flown it, I'm getting round about 7 minutes. and what happens is if you don't keep an eye on it, it literally just drops from the sky, whereas a lot of them, obviously when they're running out, they just slowly go to the floor. This literally drops, so you do have to be careful. This is the transmitter that you've seen before. I'll go over the buttons and the joysticks. This is your rate speed, so it's how quickly the drone reacts to pressing these. That's your flip button, which is your top right button. These two here don't do anything. This is your throttle, so it makes it go higher, lower. This is your yaw, so it makes the drone turn. This is your elevator or your pitch. That's forward, that's backwards. These are your ailerons, makes the drone or the quadcopter roll like that. These are your trims, them buttons there. This button here, if I press it to the left, it's a return key. Now I've tried it, but it didn't return. So on this particular model, for me, it didn't work, and that's your headless mode. That means when you press that, forward is always forward, backward is always backward, and left and right. It doesn't matter which way it's orientated. Again, I tried that and I couldn't get it to work, but that could be just this particular model that I've got. If you switch it on, you can see it's got a digital display, and that actually tells you your signal strength. All in all, I like the transmitter. Now I've got the instruction manual. I'll just quickly go through this. It's quite comprehensive. I do quite like it. The first page tells you exactly what you need to know, where everything is, tells you how to calibrate it, tells you how to bind it, but I'm going to go over that in a moment. Tells you about the battery. So yeah, it's a comprehensive guide. That's it there. To bind the quadcopter to the transmitter on this particular model, it has a switch which I do like. You switch the quadcopter on first and then you switch the transmitter on. Normally they're the other way around, but on this one, switch the transmitter on, knock your throttle up, knock your throttle down, and then I'm going to set the rate. It's on the first rate, the slowest speed, so let's give it a try. Like I say, I've flown this before and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite a fast drone. I'm going to try and keep it close so you can see it all the time, but that's on the first rate. I wouldn't have said it was a beginner's quadcopter because I think it's a bit too fast. Second rate. See, it's a little bit faster. It's a beautiful day here, actually. There's no wind at all. I'm going to put it on the third rate. I can go quite fast this. The last time I did fly it, it was breezy. And it's no good with a bit of wind, it just blows it away. So I wouldn't recommend it if it's windy. You see today there's no wind. Now the other thing is, I'm finding, because I said to you with the battery, once it goes, it just drops to the ground, and I think it could have slightly damaged it, because when you turn it, it's almost a bit robotic. It's not very smooth, so I don't know if it's been slightly damaged. As you can see, it's not very smooth when it turns the yaws, so I'm not sure. Right, we'll do a flip. Hopefully you can see it. So it's the top right button. Hopefully you saw that. I'll try again a bit closer. And there's the flip. I'm trying to keep it close. It can't go quite a speed. Let's go back down to the second rate. That's the first. Right. Now it's smoother in the second rate when I turn it. Now I don't know if I've mentioned the price in this. I got it from Amazon and it was about £35. I didn't put the prop guards on it because I think it slows it down, but I did put the skids on. Now I haven't put my timer on. I tend to put my timer on, so I'm hoping it does flash the front. I'll try and show you the very front, that white dot. It flashes, cannot really see it. It flashes when the battery's gone. But again, in a bright day, you cannot really see it that well. But it's good fun. I'll keep checking it. See if I can see it. It's difficult. No, it doesn't look like it's flashing yet. I think it flies better in the second rate than the third. It's a bit smoother. And that's the back of it. And it's quite quiet as well. There's not a cloud in the sky. Oh, and that's what I mean. That's what happens when it runs out of time, which I don't like at all. So overall, for £35, this is a great little quadcopter. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's pretty fast. It's just fun to fly. What I didn't like about it was getting the battery in and out of the compartment. It was so tight when I first did it. I thought I was going to pull the cable actually out of the battery, but over time it has gotten a bit easy, but I would just be careful with that. The other thing I didn't like about it was the fact that when it runs out of battery it just drops. Now eventually that's going to damage it, and I think it has. So what I would do is put a timer on for about 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, and then I would land it. Another thing I didn't like about it was if you get a little bit of breeze, it just whips it away. It's too light. I felt it was too light. So just be careful when you're flying up in the breeze. What I did like about it was the 7 minutes of flight time, Plus the batteries are 400 milliamp, 25C, so they're fairly easy to get hold of. You can get 2 for around about a tenner. Highly recommend this. So it's the Goolrc T6 waterproof drone. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Adios.